Alright, what's up guys? My name is roycejak, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down my top supplements, 5 to be exact, that will assist in cognitive function and mental acuity, okay? So I have all the bottles of supplements right here in front of me. You can't see, oh, here, I'll show you guys, that's 4, 5, okay? So I'm just going to go over these one by one, talk to you guys about some of the research behind them, why some of the studies that have been looked at in regards to these supplements, and just talk to you about what I like about them and specifically why I personally take them. Okay, I was gonna get into it, but first things first, let's talk about why health is important, okay? So the reason I love health, I have a passion for health personally. I listen to so many podcasts in regards to health, and I really wanna learn as much as I can about health, because when you're healthy, you're performing well, okay? And the objective of this channel, or what, I know I only have a few videos, but the objective that I want to go forward with this channel is kind of just optimizing performance as a whole, okay? So I'm an entrepreneur, that's what I would consider myself personally. And when you are in control of your health, you will perform better in every single area of your life, okay, right? So for me, it's business. So you want to be mentally acute. And that's why this video specifically is one I wanted to start with. I'll probably do a supplement video in the future, talking about like fitness supplements and whatnot. But your ability to perform well mentally is so important in, like, for me personally, business, but for you, it could be athletics. It could be school, it could be whatever you're doing that pretty much everything in this life requires mental acuity, and you just want to be on top of your mental game at all times, right? And that to me is why I think health is so important. These supplements obviously aid in mental acuity, like I was saying, but these supplements don't mean shit if you don't have your health in check, if you're not living a healthy lifestyle, if you're not getting enough sleep, okay? Supplements are, as they are named, supposed to be supplements. They're supposed to be supplemental to a healthy lifestyle, okay? So get good sleep, diet properly, work out, get your blood flowing, stretch, yoga, whatever you choose to do, stay healthy, have your body healthy first, and then this is just the icing on the cake, okay? You can't take these supplements and just hope that fucking you're gonna be at the top of your game, okay? You gotta do all the base things first, get all the fundamentals straight, and then start working on this stuff, okay? So, just that out of the way. Kind of a disclaimer, but that's really how I feel about this stuff. Like, just be healthy first and then experiment with supplements. But again, I kind of went on a tangent there, but wrapping back around to why health is important again. When, for me specifically, in business, times can be tough, times can be volatile. You don't always have control over your surroundings. And this applies to many areas of life. You don't always have control of your surroundings, but health is always something that you can control, okay? Your personal health, the way you feel physically, that will always be, for the most part, unless God forbid something, you get some disease or something. But for the most part, you will always have your health in your control, okay? So it gives you a sense of control. It gives you a sense of control over your life. And when you have that sense of control in your life, it gives you confidence to act in every other venue of life that you are in, okay? So that's why that was a little rough, but that's why that's the gist of why I think health is really important, okay? So let's get into these supplements, all right? Enough ranting. All the supplements that I held up that I'm going to talk about, you can just buy them on Amazon. I got all these on Amazon, so I will link them below if you are interested in any of them. All right, just throwing that out there. All right, first supplement, ashwagandha. This is an ancient Chinese Ayurvedic herb. I believe it's Chinese. Hopefully it's Chinese. But this is an herb traditionally used in Ayurvedic practices. Pretty ancient herb, and this is supposed to be the most, and as far as I've read at least, the most powerful natural anti-anxiety, anti-stressor that you can supplement with, okay? So that's why I like to take it. As I was stating earlier, times can get volatile, times can get stressful in whatever you're doing. So that's why I really like this herb because it allows you to manage your or it doesn't allow you to manage your stress. Again, it's a supplement, but it allows you. It does help. For me personally, it helps. I take this in the morning. Cortisol, which is your stress hormone, is spiked in the morning. So that's when I tend to take this. I pop 2 of these every morning. And yeah, I've been taking these for about a year and a half now, and I can say with confidence that I notice a difference. I'm still taking them. I bought a shitload of bottles of these, okay? So ashwagandha, it's a stress reliever, anti-anxiety, good for stress levels. And again, like I said, cortisol levels, which are the stress hormone, okay? So ashwagandha is the first thing I take. This is something that I've only been taking for the past couple months, and this is a mushroom supplement. I was turned on to mushroom supplements, I believe, from Tim Ferriss, who is a very... If you're not familiar with Tim Ferriss, I would highly recommend looking into him. Author, just life optimizer overall. But yeah, I was really turned on to mushrooms a while back. Finally decided to cave in and experiment with them. So this supplement specifically is called Optify Mushrooms. Okay, again, just got this on Amazon. Saw it, couldn't really pass it up once I saw it. And this contains 4 different beneficial mushrooms. Okay, so this contains cordyceps, lion's mane, reishi, and chaga mushrooms. Each of those serve kind of a specific. So I know cordyceps mushrooms are good for like blood flow and oxygen utilization within your body. Lion's mane is a cognitive enhancer, so that's why this definitely falls in here. Chaga is and I think chaga and reishi are both somewhat cognitive enhancers. I'm not exactly sure exactly what they are, but you can look into that. That's what Google's for, eh? But I've been taking this for a couple of months now. I like it, and in a recent podcast I was listening to, I can't remember which one, I remember hearing that supplemental mushrooms actually are more efficacious when you take them with each other. So again, that's why I saw this. You got all 4, pretty much 4 pillars of the mushroom kingdom in here, so I could not pass it up. All right, so Optify mushrooms, this is pretty cool. I'm liking it so far. All right, third, nitric charge. Okay, this is, I shouldn't say obviously, this increases the nitric oxide in your body. Okay, so that is a very important chemical, I guess, in your body that encourages blood flow and allows your blood to flow fluidly through your body. And the primary component in this specifically is L-arginine, which is a pretty common blood flow supplement. But it also has beetroot, which is the most powerful natural blood flow supplement. I like throwing in the natural stuff in here if it just makes more sense to me, like rationally, just thinking about it, what we ingest should be natural. So I like things with natural ingredients. Beetroot, I've taken beetroot by itself for a long time now, and then I recently tried this one, but it's pretty much like every other nitric oxide enhancer I've taken. Anyway, the reason I take this, again, comes back to the blood flow, and the reason this falls into the cognitive category is because blood flows to your brain. Your brain needs blood flow. Your brain needs to be properly oxygenated in order to perform well. Okay, so that's why this could also fall in the this pretty much just aids in your body's entire circulatory system, right? Physical and mental. Again, you need oxygen, you need blood in the brain to perform optimally. And this is primarily taken for physical benefits. A lot of athletes will take this because obviously you want blood flow to your muscles as well. But healthy body, healthy mind, okay? So that's it's all synchronized, guys, right? You're one big system. It's not isolated. Nothing in your body is isolated, okay? So treat your entire body well. The healthier your body is, the healthier your mind is, okay? 4, maca. This is traditionally used. This is an ancient herb similar to ashwagandha. This has been used for a very long time in Ayurvedic medicine. Traditionally used for sex enhancement, okay? And just good. It's good for testosterone and estrogen, whatever. Test for men, estrogen for women. It increases your sex drive, okay? That's what it's traditionally used for. And this one can kind of get into the weeds a little bit. It's obviously, sex drives a lot in humans, okay? Humans are driven by sex. That's what motivates the majority of us. And for that reason, I think it's good to be like an enhanced sex drive. Pretty much what I'm trying to say correlates to increased motivation. And when you're more motivated, you're more driven, you're more focused in what you're doing, okay, and what you want to accomplish. So I've been taking this for a few months now. I dig it. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel energized. And again, the more energized you are, the more energized you feel, the more energized you act, right? And the more action you can take on whatever the task at hand is. All right. So maca. Last but not least, this is NMN. Okay. I need to read this off the bottle because I can't freaking say it correctly every time. This is nicotinamide mononucleotide. All right. This is an NAD precursor. All right. And this is primarily good for cellular health and cellular metabolism. Okay. The reason this also kind of doubles as a physical as well as mental thing, but the reason I like this for cognitive enhancement is because cellular health, when you break it down when you break all life, every organic compound down to its bare bones, it's the base of that, the bare bones of the cells, okay, are your cells. All right, cells make up all living things, and when you have healthy cells, that's the base again, right? Healthy cells, it moves its way up the ladder, and then healthy cells, healthy you, pretty much what I'm trying to say. And specifically, this is good for mitochondrial health. All right, your mitochondria are the powerhouse. Man, I'm stumbling. Your mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. All right, they are what provide you and every other living thing with energy. Okay, through the production of ATP. Your mitochondria produce ATP. That's what is transferred throughout your entire body to provide you with energy. All right. So when your mitochondria are healthy, that means you have more energy. That kind of translates back into some of these other supplements that I was saying increase energy. And when your energy is increased, your ability to perform mentally is increased as well. All right. Again, everything's synergistic. Everything flows together. Okay. So the reason I take this cellular health, it's good for longevity as well. That's a secondary reason I take it. And obviously, the longer you live, the longer you can live happily and functionally and with good mental acuity. Okay, so that's why I like to take this. Good for your cells, good for longevity, good for you as a whole. All right. Okay, so those are the 5 supplements. I'll go over them again real quick. Ashwagandha, stress reliever, good to fend off cortisol. Mushrooms, good for pretty much everything. I might give an update on these as I take of them more, but for now I like them. Third, nitric oxide, any beetroot extracts, good for blood flow. Again, you want blood to your brain. Fourth, maca, again, more for sex. It's good for your immune system too. It's good to take herbs, right? Herbs, they specify usually, or they're marketed as one thing, but they're usually just good for you as a whole. All right. And then mononucleotide, nicotinamide mononucleotide, okay? Good for your cells, good for mitochondria, good for cellular health, good for everything. All right, those are the supplements. And then the last thing I want to talk about, that this is completely free, that I've found gives me personally a great cognitive boost. Everyone's different. Keep that in mind whenever you're taking supplements, whenever you're choosing a diet, everybody is different, okay? So, what has worked for me best for cognitive function, specifically throughout the morning and throughout like midday, is intermittent fasting. Okay, you've probably heard of it. It's been very popularized over the past year or so. I've been doing it for about 2 years solid now. Obviously, give or take a few days when I get lazy or I party the night before or something. But for the far majority of my days over the course of the past 2 years, I have been intermittent fasting or eating within a specific eating window. So when you're eating within a specific eating window during the day, that means you're only eating for X amount of hours throughout the day, okay? And that means you're fasting. It's called intermittent fasting because you're fasting for the majority of those hours of your 24 hours, okay? So typically I do a 14 to 16 hour fast, okay? Which means that I'm not eating from say I stop eating food completely at 8 p.m. at night, okay? So stop eating at 8 p.m. I then eat the next morning at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., okay? From 10 a.m. to noon, all right? And that window of time, like I was saying, specifically in the morning, when you don't eat in the morning, your body is not using fuel. Your body's not using its ATP to try to metabolize your food, okay? So that gives you more energy to do whatever you want to do. Physical energy. Obviously, if you're a high performance athlete or you're exerting a lot of just physical strength, you want to eat a little more. You want to make sure. Okay, so just because you're fasting doesn't mean that you want to be calorically restricted, okay? So don't calorically restrict yourself. Eat the same amount of calories you would eat in any standard day if you're not practicing this, but just within a compressed feeding window. And again, to wrap back to the cognitive benefit, I felt like you feel so much more, I shouldn't say you, I do, you might too, you should experiment with this for sure. I feel so much more cognitively just capable in the morning to like when I eat my lunch, like I said, around 10 a.m. to noon, okay? And even when I do break fast, that's what breakfast is called, break fast, all right? When I do that, it's something light, fruits, smoothie, protein shake, protein. I usually don't do carbs until dinner time, okay? But that's just me. You can play around with that too. But anyway, that's completely free. You can try that. I highly recommend trying that. Also good for longevity. But again, you just feel sharp. You feel sharp throughout the day. And when you feel sharp, act sharp, think sharp. Okay? All right, guys. Sorry that was a little rough there, eh? But thank you guys for listening. Again, I'll link all these supplements below if you guys want to check them out. And just let me know if you have any questions, you guys. Just feel free to ask me anything. I'm always happy to answer things or whatever's. All right. Again, I appreciate you for watching. I hope this could provide you some value, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right. Peace.